And give us a little preview for Thursday night.
Well, first of all, Chivas USA are unbeaten at home. They've been very good at the Home Depot Center. But the LA Galaxy have had better, winning 7 of the 10 previous meetings. In fact, the difference has been the last half hour when these two teams have met. After the 60th minute, LA have outscored Chivas 10-1, and that's really where they separated themselves all time. But make no mistake, Chivas USA are in the playoff hunt. They know they have a good team, and they also know the LA Galaxy are their rivals. They'd like to kick them while they're down. I anticipate one of the great matches, and we saw a great crowd Saturday night at the the Meadowlands there at Giant Stadium. Another sellout crowd expected for Chivas in LA. It should be a lot of fun on Thursday night. You know, in LA, no one knows how to do it more big time than I think the Galaxy and Chivas. Should be a great game.
It's like the Yankees and Dodgers people. Pavon again! Unbelievable! Ladies and gentlemen, David Beckham assist number 2. Carlos Pavon, goal number 2. Well, the fans got their money's worth.
That is what the folks came out to see Saturday night. David Beckham assisting on a couple of goals for the LA Galaxy. He was in on a third. Time to talk soccer, and in this case, soccer and football, because Alan Hopkins, as you know, the name changes as we cross borders, which is exactly what David Beckham is doing. He's going to play for the English national team tomorrow night, and then make the 8 time zone trip back to LA to play for the Galaxy against their rival Chivas. Do you expect him to be available for the Galaxy?
I do, and is it only 8 time zones? I thought it was more, actually.
I've got it as 8.
He is available to the LA Galaxy for the match against their crosstown rivals, their in-stadium rivals, Chivas USA. That is all said. The team did confirm to me he will be back in time. Ironically, he's actually on the same flight as Landon Donovan, who's away with the U.S. men's national team playing at Sweden. So those both of them will be back, hopefully in time to arrive at the Home Depot Center to be available. But in terms of how much they play and if they start or not will be a game-time decision. Obviously, the key will be how they get through the respective games on Wednesdays. Everyone is hoping that each player only plays a half in regards to the LA Galaxy coaching staff, but really they'll have to make a determination sometime on Wednesday whether or not how much he'll play on Thursday after seeing him in person.
Alexi Lalas and the Galaxy have been nothing but supportive, at least publicly, of Beckham's plans to play for this English national team, at least from what I've seen. In the meantime, he's their employee. He works for the Galaxy. They've paid him the big contract. What is the balance to be struck between his national team desires and his job?
That's a great question. I tell you what, if I figure it out soon, I think FIFA will come after me to try to figure out that formula and buy it, because that's the question that all clubs face around the world, and it just so happens that Major League Soccer schedule provides more conflicts. But there's not a club in the world that's not an upper echelon club that doesn't have to deal with a player playing for his club and his country. The big issue is, obviously, is the travel involved. No player is going to have to try to do what David Beckham's going to try to do. I think he's going to go like Philip Bailey, I think, and Phil Collins, and trying to do the Easy Lover, old school Live Aid, trying to do both performances in the same, I guess, 24-hour period. I think Tony Stewart's do it. We saw Kobe Bryant do it as well, but it's definitely a daunting challenge, and it goes with the territory. If you want to have big-time players, you're going to have to deal with the time when England comes calling, and that's the case for David Beckham.
And Beckham played so well Saturday night in that 5-4 shootout.
He did.
How close to the David Beckham that the Galaxy and American fans had anticipated was that David Beckham? Is that the guy we've all been waiting for?
That was the guy, and I think everyone, 66,000 plus at Giant Stadium, saw him as that guy. And, you know, soccer doesn't have that many signature moments, and set pieces, free kicks, corner kicks offer that time where everyone in the stadium can look up and pay attention to that player on the ball. And when it's David Beckham, it really does up the ante. Everyone really does anticipate something great happening, and we saw that in a blink of an eye. Fastest player in MLS history, recorded 2 assists in his first MLS start, and I think we'll see a lot more of that along the way. But no doubt, I think everyone forgets what a great big-time player he is, a world-class player, and the league is better for it because he's raising everyone else's level, as you saw Saturday night in that New York Red Bull LA Galaxy all-time MLS classic already this past weekend.